This is a true story. It happened to a friend of mine. When Herbie got his first set of wheels, a hand-me-down tricycle, he was 3. But he took care of that trike as if it was an $80,000 Porsche. And when Herbie was growing up, he made money after school by washing cars. He always said, someday, I'm gonna get myself a Porsche. So you can imagine what happened the day he saw an ad in the local paper. For sale. 1965 Porsche. This was back in the 67, so the car was practically new. And the real amazing part was the price, which was $50. That's right, $50 for a Porsche that was worth thousands. Herbie figured it's some kind of typographical error, but still, he goes to the address in the ad. Parked in front of the house was the car, and it was a 65 Porsche, all right, looking like a jewel, ruby red and sparkling.
Wow!
Naturally, Herbie assumed it was the price that was wrong in the ad. But the lady came out and said, well, the ad's are right. $50 is the price. Herbie gave her a good looking over to see if she's flipped out in some way. He wanted the car all right, but he didn't want to take advantage of anyone. But she looked like she knew what she was doing. Even though Herbie was just 16, he knew a lot about cars. So he said he wanted to take the Porsche for a test drive. As soon as he rounded the corner out of the lady's sight, he stopped and popped the hood. The engine looked like the car just came out of the showroom. According to the odometer, the car had been driven only 87 miles. Then he drove with the Porsche to my gas station and asked me to have a look at it. I practically took the car apart and found nothing wrong with it, except for some funny little rattle. Aha, said Herbie. There is something wrong with the car. He stood over me while I peeled the car all the way down. And you know what I found bouncing around in the frame? A ring. A man's wedding ring that got lost in there somehow. Just an old wedding ring. Other than that, this Porsche was in absolutely perfect condition. After I put the car back together, Herbie went back and handed his $50 to the lady. But then he looked in her eyes. What if the lady was a car thief? Even though the lady looked innocent enough, Herbie heard about con artists who took young innocent kids like him. But not this lady. She just handed over the ownership papers, making the sale legal and official. But before he drove off, Herbie remembered the wedding ring. He showed it to the lady, told her where it was found, and said he figured it was hers. She told Herbie the ring belonged to her husband, who probably slipped it off when he met the other woman. And she said her husband, who was living with that other woman, told her to sell his car and send him all the money she got for it, which was exactly $50. It's a true story. It happened to a friend of mine. Herbert has become a very successful antique car dealer. But he'll never part with the old 65 Porsche, which he hand washes and details every Sunday.